nigga, I'm gon' give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, 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 alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer, that's my mom's name. I create and find change, my mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Southern California. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Two and a throw right away. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season.
He's got a man Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Chargers, nothing.
Jason Sanders to kick off one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end. Well, how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, Park.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Ready, break.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got some space here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. 7-7, our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the 1st down." They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. It looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3-tight-end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 2nd and 10, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. They'll get it inside the 20 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Allen, the man in motion right. Running on 1st down, Eckler trying to run inside, but nothing there. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Watch out for Hill on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Tua, the final shot before half. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off line.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got Allen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Herbert off of play action. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, it's Tua. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Tua on 4th down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by Eric Rowe.
Herbert now. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got... And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Tua. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Tua to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Sanders' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Eckler now between the tackles. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here's Herbert.
At the 49-yard line.
This is swung out to Eckler. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been, seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Eckler, they run left side, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing on 2nd down. Herbert, quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Herbert going to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And going deep for Hill, and this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So
Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Throwing, Herbert. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach.
He's got a man complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 71 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.